Okay, so now we need to actually go ahead and write those follow-ups. So the very first thing to do is to come into your GetResponse or Aweber. In this case, I'm just going to show you GetResponse. So in your GetResponse account, and you would come in and you would create an autoresponder. Click on that. Now we want to actually put this in. Now you, depending if it's a new account, you'll only have one list in there, and it won't look like this. But if you've got some, you just need to select the list we want to put it in, and that was Skin Remedies. Okay, we want it to go out immediately. So that would be this here. It said send message immediately. I changed it to 0, so either way. So this is going to send it out immediately. As soon as they opt in, this will go out to them. Now, if we have other messages, we can go ahead and choose a message from another list and then just modify it. If we don't, and in this case we don't, I'm going to go ahead and create a new one. Okay, so just click on create a new one. And then we just give the message a name so we know what it is, just for reference sakes. Okay. Now the product that I'm promoting is Fungus Key Pro, so I'll just go Fungus Key Pro email 1, right? Okay, so now here's where we actually get into the subject. So the subject is what they're going to actually read. This is what's going to pop into their inbox. Okay, so the first is what I want to do is just go welcome. I might just put brackets around it. Okay, so did you get access yet? Alright, so welcome, and did you get access yet? So the idea of that is just basically because, one, they'll probably click it and open it. Two, I'm welcoming them. Okay, that's the idea of the email. And two, I want to reintroduce and remind them to go ahead and get access to the product. They may have already, they may have not. So I go to the next step. And then you can pick other templates if you want to. There's all sorts of different options here. But what I generally do is just go start from scratch. Okay, I just want a basic blank template. So I'm going to go blank template. And then all you do, once you've got your blank template up here, is you've got all your different options, images, image and text block, whatever you need, you can click on it and drag it across. Okay, so for our purpose, all we really need is a text block. So I'm just going to grab the text block and I'll drag it over here. Okay, and I'll just drop it there. I want to get rid of all this. And this is where I want to type my message. Now generally speaking, the message is going to be, as I've explained in the slides earlier, the first one is just a welcome message. So we say welcome aboard, and then what we do is go ahead and say, hey, did you get a chance to check out that product, whatever the product is that you're promoting? Okay, so it's pretty simple. What I'll do is I'll pause the video, I'll go ahead and type this one, and I'll run you through it real quickly and show you how it all looks. Okay, so now what I've done is I've just put this quick email together. Basically all it does is, hi there, it's Mark Whiteley here, and first off I'd like to welcome you aboard. Okay, over the coming weeks I'll be sending you some great information on different methods and ways to clear up fungus and all types of skin problems. So I'm just reiterating the initial problem and then saying that I'm going to solve that over the next coming weeks. Okay, but, and then I stop everything, I bold that, so I want it to stand out, the but. It's probably the first thing you see when you open an email. Now while I have you, I wanted to make sure you had a chance to see the solution I had found for my own toe fungus issue. So I bolded to see the solution I had found, right? So just to make it stand out. If not, then I recommend you click on the link below to check it out. So here's where I'm going to click here to access to the toe fungus solution, right? And that is going to be a clickable link. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Then what I've got is, this is amazing skin remedy, flat out works. Okay, and then I just go back over the problem. So if you are suffering from any of these things, so I just recommend it again. Okay, and then I just put the link again. Then I just go ahead and remind them that keep an eye out, for my next email. And then obviously you just clearly sign it off. You can see down there, kind regards, and that's it. Now I'll show you how to put the link in. Now all this sort of stuff here for bolding, very simple. You just highlight what you want, and you click on the bold. Right, very simple. Now for the links, this is what we want to make sure we do. I might just put an extra full stop. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to highlight it. I want to click on the link. Now in here I want to put the URL, but the URL needs to be the pretty link so we can track it. Okay, now this is email 1. Alright, so here we go, we'll grab that, we'll copy, we just need that link, we need to paste it in here. I also go ahead and put it on this one, paste, okay, so now they're clickable links. Now, here's a little trick, sometimes these links in different email providers don't come up how they should, so it's always good to provide the actual link, right? But what I'd like to do is I'd like to put it right down the bottom, okay, out of the way. They think it's something that shouldn't be there. It's like we've put some magic thing there so they think it's shot not there. So what will happen is they'll copy this and they'll paste it into their actual browser, and they'll go ahead and follow it that way. Either way, it takes them to the same place. And what I'll do is I'll make that clickable as well, paste it in there. Okay, beautiful. And that's it. That's the first email. Now, it looks a bit odd there, it looks a bit all over the place, but when you look at it as an email, and there's always different ways to preview it, but this is a quick way. Over here on the side, you've got what it's going to look like on a mobile, you know, red up and down like that. That looks fine. If we show you on a side, okay, that also looks fine. We'll also always recommend doing a test. So I'll just send a test message. So I send test message, and it's got my account, so it's going to send it to me. And I'll just pop over here, probably come in, here it is. Whenever you send to yourself, it usually comes into the junk box. Okay, so that looks fine. Okay, now the very first thing you want to do is check. That worked fantastic. Okay, so that's all we need to do. Now, once that's done and you're happy with it, you go ahead and click next step. So your first email is done. Okay, now the autoresponder name has been pre-filled. Okay, now what we do is click on save and publish. There's one subscriber on your list that didn't receive it. Now that's me testing it, okay? So we don't need to send them the message. Okay, now what it does is it actually loads up your autoresponders just for the ones you've selected. So you can see I've got a lot of lists. So you want to deselect everything and only select the one you're working on, which is here. Click away, it will load that up. So there we go, there's our first email. It's on, it's ready to go. In here, this is where you can duplicate that email. You can go ahead and edit it there. You can see the statistics. You can see what it looks like online. You can delete it, okay, or you can send a test. Or you can just click on here and then go into the edit stage as well. Now what we want to do is we want to create another one, right? To do that, we click on the create new, and it will automatically come up on day one. It's in Skin Remedies, and now all we do is the same thing. So we just create new email. Now, as you know, the next email is simply going to be a reminder. Okay, so what we're going to do is just remind them about the product. So in here, we'll just put the same thing. Whatever we wrote, fungus key, and in here, I'm going to put something more like this. Okay, that'll do something like that. Reminder: did you get access? And then we go to next. Same thing. Click on start from scratch, blank template. And then we're going to do the same thing. Now this email is generally just to remind them about what you put in the last email. So it's fairly simple, fairly straightforward. All you got to do is just remind them, okay? Don't need to be a technical wizard, it's just a reminder. Okay, so I'll go ahead and I'll write that one. I'll pause the video and I'll show you that one as well. Okay, so I'll finish that one as well. Now, it's really quick, simple. Hey there, I just wanted to remind you about the email I sent yesterday. I have literally found the cure to toe fungus, bolded that bit obviously, and to remind you about the email yesterday. And all the foot fungus issues, and yesterday I sent you an email about it. Now, if you missed it, then it's all good. Just click on the link below and this will take you to a cool video that will explain how it works. Okay, so it's not, I'm not promoting, I'm not pushing them to go and buy anything yet, I'm telling them to go watch a video. And the link takes them to the video. Okay, so what we need to do obviously here is go ahead and put in our next link. Now this one is going to be email to. So fairly simple, highlight that, head over to our pretty link, email to, grab that, back over, go ahead and put it in here. Okay, then I'll do the same thing down the bottom. Paste that in there, turn bold off, paste that in there. Now we'll know how many people clicked on that link from our second email. Okay, that's all we need to do. We go ahead and we click on the outside the box. We should be sending a test message about that. Send a test message, right? And then you always go make sure that that worked as well. Yep, came through, and there it is. We just check that the actual link works. Does it take us to the video? I believe it does. Okay, so now we just go back to that. We click on next step. Okay, so this is going to go out on day one in Skin Remedies. We've written the email. It's got an autoresponder name. We click save and publish. That's it, we're done. Now all you need to do is continue along as I have shown you in the earlier slides. So there's a total of, between 4 and 5 different emails. You can stop at 4, okay? So you got probably 2 to 3 more to go. Okay, and then it just basically gradually goes down. Now here's a 24 hours to go. Okay, then there's the final chance email. Then you can probably send them something for free down here. So all these ones, email 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are that's actually email 1, even though the days are different. That's email 1, email 2, email 3, email 4. And then make sure you just line them up. Email 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you use those links so you can track the actual clicks. Okay, simple enough. Once you've done that, your list is created and ready to go. You can test everything, make sure you do, make sure everything's on, and then you're ready to move on to the next stage, which is the good part, which is creating the Bing campaign and getting the traffic, because we're ready to start making some money and building a list. All right, I'll see you in the next video.